God is not going to reveal A to Z. Guys, I designed this myself. Fuck that. I didn't even think my design, that sketch I did, will even lead to anything. From that small master seed, and then God made it into something big. Once you take the step, once you're obedient, it's going to go from A to B, B to C. Thinking, oh, I'm waiting for God to show me the Z first before I move. Royal babe, ready, fire, aim. It is time to stop the planning and get to work. So, a lot of times, if not every time, God will let you move to do what you ought to do, to establish that business, to build that brand, to do that career, that ministry. God is going to let you do it before you're ready. Trust me. It's been like that with like all the patriarchs in the Bible, basically. Because faith requires you moving, not it being perfect. Faith requires that you actually trust God and you obey what He tells you. Obedience, that's the key. Planning, if you just plan and you don't take action, it's just untested theory. And after you obey God, then God will give you that clarity. Like, this is the principle, right? So, this is you. Paranoid, right? This is you, and this is the bullseye. How will you know how to get into the bullseye? Well, with practice, right? Yeah, of course. In that season of waiting, as we spoke about in our previous video, God is going to put you through practice, 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 until you become so fit for what He's sending you. So you don't have that imposter syndrome. But anyway, so practice. But how do you practice? By taking the shot so many times until you finally know where to get into the bullseye. So you have to take the shot in order to know where you missed. If you keep calculating with physics, oh, this is how it's going to be done. I'm a scientist. I can get it done. I'll write on the paper. But you've not actually taken the shot. What's going to happen? It's just theory at this rate. And what is that? I knew how to ride a bike, but then I forgot. So then I went on YouTube trying to learn how to ride it. But all that is nothing. It's a waste if I don't actually test what I've learned on the bike. Literally, you miss the shot you don't take. So you have to take the shot first in order to know where you've missed, if you are close to the bullseye, if you are away, or if you are not anywhere close, in order to know how you can take it next, and then it will land into the bullseye. So when you take the shot, you're able to adjust, and then improve the direction which you ought to go. But then if you never shoot, you'll never learn. And that's why God does not give us the spirit of fear. Maybe scary trying to shoot. Oh my gosh, what if I don't land in? Oh, what if people laugh at me? What if it's too risky for me? But that's why God does not give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Peter writes, so Peter, he was Simon, walked on water, knowing God. Literally. So it was a huge, is there a river or a sea? And then they were on a boat, the disciples. I'm not the best at drawing, so pardon me. And then Jesus was walking on water. So this was Jesus. He was walking on water. And then Peter was like, oh God, I'm going to come on water too. Jesus did not, when Peter said that, Jesus, should I come? Jesus was like, come. He did not explain the physics of how you're going to walk on water just like me. He did not explain that, oh, you will not sink. I just said, come. And because Peter had that faith, he stepped out anyway. Just like Jesus is walking on water, I can walk on water. Jesus said I should come, I can come. I don't have to know A to Z. Oh, if I land, what will my foot do? What is it going to feel like? Is the water going to make me wet? Am I going to fall? No. God said, come. That first word, he went. So once you go, that's when the adjustment comes. And when Peter went there, he sank. But then he was still able to adjust that if God says I should come, it means that He's actually going to take care of me. He's not going to let me sink. And because I've actually stepped out onto the waters, I'm able to tell that that's the truth. So yeah, we sometimes put Peter down like, oh, why did he not have faith? But then a lot of us, we don't even have the faith enough to even go underwater. Like we are too scared. We are too scared to move. At least move. You see the big water, you see the seas, whatever. And that's what happened with Peter. When he stepped on the water, Jesus said, come. We are going to the other side. That means we are not dying here. We ain't dying here. But then Peter saw the waves, the seas, and everything, and he became afraid. But sometimes even before we step onto the water, we've already seen the waves and everything, so we don't need to step on it in the first place. Even if you step on it and you see the waves and the seas, at least you've stepped, right? So you can do it again knowing that, oh, I did it once. And even though I didn't have enough faith, then I did it and I know that it can happen. So at least do it. Start. Faith without action is dead. James 2:7. Faith without works is dead. You say, oh, I have faith in God, I have faith in God. How will you prove that faith? By actually obeying God and doing what He told you to do. no matter how difficult it is, no matter the hills, the valleys, everything. Guys, like me, God told me to move from my hometown to Manchester. I did. And from Manchester to a whole other place. And I did. And it's been so hard, guys. One day I will really tell the full thing, but it's been so hard and been so scary. Sometimes you ought to take risks because you only lose if you don't take those risks. Oh, I've taken it. Maybe they didn't work out. I've gained this from it, that I can do hard things. And God will see me through those hard things. Period. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but God establishes their steps. You moving to do what God told you to do, God will direct it. He's going to be your CEO. You don't have to do everything on your own. You are not doing everything on your own. That's why you don't need a full map. You just need the first step. God will not reveal A to Z. God is not going to reveal A to Z. No. What he's going to do is that he's going to reveal A to B, and then B to C, and then C to D. That's how he's going to reveal it, little by little. Once you take the step, once you're obedient, it's going to go from A to B, B to C, C to D, on and on and on. And sometimes it's going to repeat itself. But then if you're not obedient, you're going to keep staying at A, thinking, oh, I'm waiting for God to show me the Z first before I move. Even if God were to do that, you become overwhelmed. Look at Moses. If God were to tell him that, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do all these 10 plagues with Pharaoh, and then you're going to split the Red Sea, but they'll be disobedient, so you'll be in the wilderness for 40 years. Imagine how overwhelmed you'll be. So sometimes God will not reveal this in order to protect us. Yeah. In order for you to know that you have faith in God and that God will provide no matter what. So let us not delay ourselves anymore and stay stuck at A. God has told you what to do B. You think it makes no sense, but do it anyway. Obedience will unlock the next instruction. Sometimes, right, God will just be quiet. Or maybe he may even repeat what he told you. And when he told Peter to come, he didn't give him any other instruction, right? Just come. That's all. But then sometimes when he gives you instruction to come to do something, and you are not doing it, he'll be quiet. But when you're going to do something else, then you're going to feel in your heart that this is not right. Like when I was going to move to Manchester, guys, it was so scary from Telford to Manchester. It was so scary. Finding a house and things like that. And then I saw Liverpool. Things there were a bit more cheaper, especially for what I wanted, like a luxury apartment. So I was like, okay, maybe let me just go to Liverpool. Then I felt in my heart like an inkling, like, no, no, no. But when I'm like, okay, God, should I go to Manchester? Nothing. Why? Because God has told me already. Do I have to repeat myself? Imagine somebody has told you to do this and they know it's good for you. Don't go near the fire. You're like, I should not go near the fire. Yes, don't go near the fire. Why should I not go near the fire? What's going to happen? What should I do? Should I really not go? What? Like, imagine how annoying that would be. You've told the person not to do it, but then they keep doing it. Sometimes it may be good for them to explain, but sometimes it's not as simple as just going into a fire. But it's way more than that. And not just going to affect you, but everybody else. You never know what God is going to do with you to bless other people. Like, guys, look at me. Can you believe this is Royal Babe? This is a Royal Babe outfit. I'm just like, what? Guys, I designed this myself. Stop, clock that. And you think it started from going all the way to a sample? No. I've never been to fashion school. I know nothing about sewing. I know nothing about fashion. I know nothing about fabrics. Nothing, literally. It started from God telling me to go from my sketchy designs. Look at my drawing, like, guys. Like, I'm not good at drawing. But then I had a dream, and I spoke about it in our previous video about God knowing your childhood dreams and making it come through. I had a dream of making a fleece dress, like, fleece dresses for winter. Like, why should we not wear dresses? I thought maybe when I get all this money from my YouTube channel, my Angel Marfo YouTube channel, then afterwards. But this year, God was like, no, this is the year to do it. And so it started with research, ChatGPT, drawing some sketchy drawings, putting it in AI, God showing me the steps little by little. Like, I literally have a schedule where I had weekly things to do. And you can follow my journey on Instagram of things that we've done. And now we finally arrived at the sample stage. And this is not a final product. We have to cover here for modesty purposes. But guys, the wait list will be in the description below to be the first one to get our new collection. Imagine fleece dress, like you don't have to feel cold. Plus tights, the fleece tights. Guys, like what? European weather is insane. That's why God gave me this idea. Like, look, how cute is this? Let me see the fleece inside. So cold where? Cold literally where? I really feel cold. But anyways, get it down in the wait list below so you can get a discount when it comes and be the first in line to get it. But anyway, yeah, it started from that small mustard seed and then God made it into something big. From that A, God didn't tell me how it's going to look like in the end. I didn't even think my design, that sketch I did, will even lead to anything. But I followed God to be like, go with the path that God told me to do. And so here we are. Let that be you too. When I started posting reels on Instagram in 2022, it was scary. But now I'm able to do so with my own brand, not fearing anybody, not being embarrassed, even if I have only 2 followers. Because I've already been through that experience. I've already been through the target, finding the target. So now I'm on my bullseye era. Let that be you too. Do not despise these small beginnings because God rejoices to see the work done. God only needs you available. He doesn't need you to be perfect. Just have faith and take that shot. Ready, aim, fire. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the wait list below.